Hello, and welcome to the Silver Bulletin postgame show presented by the Lantern. I'm your sports director, Brian Nelson. Now let's take a look at some of the highlights from today's game. And we're back with another edition of the Silver Bulletin postgame recap. With me, I have the sports editors for the Lantern, Andy Anders and Griffin Strum. Now, Andy, what did you make of Justin Fields today and how he played? I mean, obviously a 42-0 win for Ohio State definitely means he had a decent day, but what did you think of him specifically?
I think Fields showed that he's a star quarterback now for Ohio State. The accuracy was through the roof. I mean, 20 for 25, and 2 or 3 passes were thrown away, so you really think only out of 25 passes, like over 90% either completed or a smart throwaway from Fields. Showed the athleticism with a couple more touchdown runs, including that play-action fake that Day pointed out in the presser was a broken down coverage that Fields ends up taking to the house and giving Ohio State its first touchdown on that play. So a lot to like from Justin Fields today.
Now, Griffin, another offensive player who had a pretty good day on the field was J.K. Dobbins. Last week wasn't at his peak performance, but today he really broke out for some really nice plays. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, so, last week he did have 91 yards rushing. That doesn't sound too bad, but we all know what J.K. can do, especially against a weaker defense that they faced last week. And today he really broke out. He finally got that big run that we thought he might break last week. He got that 60-yard touchdown run. That's actually the second longest rush of his career. And so you finally saw him hit that second level. And only 17 carries today, 141 yards on the ground. And even beyond JK, you saw Master Teague was very successful on the ground as well for the Buckeyes. And he is really seeming to solidify himself as that number 2 option at running back that Ryan Day's been kind of talking about who's going to step up. It appears that Master Teague is that guy right now. Big physical running back, definitely a Big Ten running back as well, runs straight ahead, pads down, bouncing off guys. And so the Buckeye rush attack today was definitely much improved for sure.
And Andy, on the flip side, the defense had quite the day. What do you make of them?
Well, shutout against a Cincinnati team that is returning a 1,200-yard rusher and a 2,400-yard passer is impressive on paper. And this was a team that was just outside the AP poll. I think they were 27th in terms of votes on the AP poll. So very impressive. I think the pursuit and the gap integrity again stood out from this group. Every time Cincinnati seemed to get a ball carrier into the open field, 4 or 5 Ohio State defenders swarming to the ball, right there, shutting them down. The pressure from the D-line was great. Their first steps were incredible. Really just the speed and the ability to win up front for this defense. They've set the tone for what could be a tremendous season on that side of the ball.
Okay. And that's all we have time for today. Be sure to tune in Monday for our new show for the Lantern TV. We have a film room show coming out, and then on Tuesday, check out our podcast, and then on Wednesday, check out our pregame show. From Andy Anders and Griffin Strum, I'm Brian Nelson, and this has been the Silver Bulletin Recap.